All right, welcome back. Captain Dave's Journeys, week 1, Carnivore Journey, recap. Week 1 is in the books. Let's check out, see how I did. All right, welcome back everybody. Week 1 is in the books. We're gonna see how I did. I'm gonna recap what I ate, some of the meals, how I prepped them, and other little things along the way. And then I'm gonna go over how I felt. Did I lose weight? Did I gain weight? Maybe I'll talk about my workout routine a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep this video kind of short though, because I don't wanna bore you to tears with 45 minutes of whatever. So let's jump to the meals, and then I'll let you know how I did. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's day 3 of my carnivore journey. Tonight for dinner we're having steak and eggs. It's a pretty crappy steak from a chef supply store. We're just gonna air fry it with a couple scrambled eggs, and we're doing it in the wonderful Ninja, which I'm ready to add. But this is typically what I eat a few times a week when I'm on carnivore, when I'm actually behaving and doing it right. So this is a fantastic meal. Super easy, super simple. It's not good quality steak. It's a shitty steak. And cooking it in the air fryer is not ideal, but it's not horrible. And it's raining outside. I don't feel like firing up a broiler or a cast iron skillet and smoking at the house. So this is a pretty good option for that. Don't knock my dirty air fryer. But you just throw this in there, and then you hit it with a ton of salt. By the way, I highly recommend a battery-powered salt grinder. They're awesome. Lets you do things one-handed without getting schmutz all over your grinder. So we'll check back on that in a few minutes. Sorry folks, dug in a little bit. So this is my crappy steak from the chef store. I have a little egg cooker thing that I threw in the microwave, so I had a couple eggs. This isn't great, but it's not bad. And like I said, when it's raining outside, this is not a terrible way to go. It's a quick and dirty, easy carnivore meal. A steak with butter, eggs, salt, a little bit of pepper, which I'm gonna eventually get away from. And then don't mock me, but I do have a Diet Coke because we have some left over from Memorial Day. But once those are gone, switching to seltzer, sparkling water, some people call it. I drink a lot of that, and the flavored ones are pretty good. I don't consider that cheating because it's minuscule amounts of natural flavoring. So I go with the black cherry. Those are pretty good. But anyway, yeah, so this is a typical meal. Gonna be eating a lot more of this. I will be doing more gooder steaks in the future. I know this looks like crap, but I have, I don't want to say perfected, maybe, I don't know. But I have done a lot of investment into cooking good steaks. So stay tuned. There will be some really good ones along the way with some techniques you may not be familiar with, and then some fun ways to prepare them and get them looking good. So, but yeah, so steak and eggs, pretty filling meal. And also, if you're working out, which I am, I don't know if I mentioned that in the intro video, this is supposed to be fantastic for men for boosting testosterone. If I can find the article, I might throw a link somewhere. I don't know where it's going to show up, but or I might pin it in the comments. I don't know. Or you could just do the research yourself. Don't be lazy. Yeah, so it's supposed to be very, very good for testosterone naturally, and muscle building. And it's very filling. This is a thin steak and 2 eggs, and I'm already getting full. So I'm on, like I said, I'm on day 3. I'm down, I think, like 8 pounds. I'll review my scale measurements, and then I'll post it somewhere. But yeah, the first few days you lose a lot of water weight, and then after that, like, it tapers off, and you settle into, depending on what you do, you know, a pound a week or maybe 2 pounds a week, depending. Yeah, more to come though. This is I'm gonna try to I'll do like a weekly video, and I'm gonna interject meals, meal prep, snacks, and stuff that I figure out or want to share along the way. Cool. All right, so we will be back later. All right, take 3. Keep trying to do this and forget what the hell I want to say. Anyway, today is day 5 or 6. It's Saturday. I started on Monday, so technically day 6, I guess. So tonight for dinner, we're gonna have a New York strip from Costco, prime cut, because nothing but the best. I'm kidding. I don't do it. I do a lot of cheap, crappy steaks, so this one is kind of a treat. But yeah, it's day 5. Things are going good. I'm down, I think I'm down 8.5 pounds from day 1. Went up a little bit yesterday and up like 0.2 pounds today. I forgot the actual number where I'm at. I'll throw that in somewhere. But again, I'm not gonna do the full thing until the end of the week. But yeah, it's good. I actually did not suffer the keto flu this time, which is kind of surprising. I had it last time I went carnivore. I had a electrolyte issue and had a pretty bad keto flu or whatever it was. So this one hasn't been bad, but yeah, so far so good. And we are gonna keep rocking and rolling. I'm gonna cut now and then show you how I cook the steak. Okay, this thing's like 750 degrees. Might be a little bit too hot, but we're gonna give it a shot. Oh, it might be too much heat. Oh boy. All right, folks, welcome back. Steak is done. I don't think I murdered it too much. Let's take a cut in and see. Man, that, oh no, that looks a little bit overcooked. Let's go right for the middle. Oh, actually, you know what? Looks pretty good. I have to be very careful. That's a new burner, and it is screaming hot. So let's see how we did. Okay. That's pretty damn good. I was a little nervous that I was going to destroy the crust, but it's fine. Pink on the inside. Oh, by the way, Only seasonings on this, only seasoning on this is salt. And then when I pull it off the skillet, I give it a good coat in Costco, the Kirkland grass-fed butter, which is freaking amazing. That stuff is by far the best. It's Kerrygold, but cheaper. So put a couple smears on here and let it soak in while I let the steak rest. I let this rest for about 8 minutes, give or take. But yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. This is a step up from the air fryer steak and eggs I had the other night, which wasn't terrible, but this is a good step up. So I am gonna enjoy this, and don't be too jealous. This is fantastic. Day 7. Today I'm gonna be doing a little pork belly. This is from Costco. This stuff is awesome. I air fry it up, cut it into cubes and air fry it. This right here is the other, these are the other New York strips from Costco. What I did is called a dry brine. So you salt them heavily on all sides and put them on a rack so that they can get the air circulating under them. You leave these for a day, it dries it out. It's kind of like a cheap version of dry aging. And now I got schmutz on my finger. But yeah, so it's like a cheating version of dry aging the steaks. Get some of the moisture out, gives you a better crust. What I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna bag 2 of them in a vacuum seal bag and save them for a later date. One of them I'm just gonna throw in like a Ziploc bag, and I'll have that tomorrow for dinner. Tonight we're having pork loin. I need to supplement it with some fat though, because the pork loin's not fatty enough as it is. Maybe I'll just supplement it with some of this. But yeah, so we're gonna get cracking on this. I'm not making all of this, I'm just gonna make some of it. And this is so freaking good. This is like it's almost like feels like a cheating. So I just cut it into little chunks. This is my breakfast, by the way. One of the things I didn't mention in some of the other videos is that, or some of the other clips, there's only one other video right now, is that I'm also doing intermittent fasting. So I don't eat breakfast, and I try not to eat after sundown. So I start, it's about 3:30 right now. Typically on a day I'll start eating, like I'll have my first meal around 2 o'clock, especially when I go into the office. I go to the gym, I work out, I have a couple hard-boiled eggs. That holds me over till dinner, and then I'll have dinner and maybe a post-dinner something just to supplement whatever. If I didn't get enough fat with dinner, or just want a snack, have pork rinds or something like that. And then I'm going to try not to eat from sundown till the following day. So that gives me, depending on the time of year or whatever, it gives me 15, 16 hours, maybe a little bit more of autophagy, which is a really interesting premise if you want to look into that. But what I'm going to do right now is turn this thing on, and we're going to do air crisp. We will do 375. Some people say don't let the air fryer heat up. I don't know. I always let it preheat. Some people say it's not even needed. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes or no? So just pork belly, and salt. That's what we're gonna do for this. You know what's interesting? This is this pork belly is got the skin on it, and I haven't bought it in a while from Costco, but the last several times I did buy it, it didn't have the skin on. It was just like thick bacon. No skin, just protein and fat. So this is going to be a new experience for us. We'll see how this goes. Back in a minute. All right, now it's time to add the food. I'm just going to swipe this in and douse it with some salt. Almost lost it. Make sure they're not doubled up. And then a good amount of salt. And let her rip. We're gonna let those go for about 5 minutes. Echo, set a timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
I don't know if you could hear that, but she said, yes, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. All right, let's check and see how our pork belly's doing. Oh, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. This is what we got. Looking pretty good. I think we let them go for a little bit more. I like them a little bit crispy. That's one of the things with the pork belly. I feel like not that you can't overcook it, you definitely can, but you can make them nice and crispy, kind of like bacon. I'm really curious how the skin turns out. Yeah, let's do a little bit more. We'll do another 4 minutes. Echo, set a timer for 3.5 minutes.
3 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
Oh, okay, looks pretty good. We're gonna do a taste test. Okay, here's what we got. I might let those go for another minute or two just to see. Let's see what we got. A little hot. Duh. This is fantastic. I think I am going to let those go for another minute. Echo, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Am I risking it? I don't know. It's fantastic though. And the skin, I haven't had it before like this, but pretty good. Ooh, yeah. Got a little bit of crunch. I don't know how to explain it. It's just between the, I don't want to say creaminess of the fat. What it does, it has this nice, like, smooth and then crunch and salty flavor. Fantastic. This is going to be in my new rotation. Oh, if you're on keto or carnivore, 2 ingredients, pork and salt. And that went for about I don't know, for argument's sake, let's say 15 minutes at 375 in my Ninja Foodie. I almost want to recommend that thing, but it's all right. Okay, now we're gonna try one of the ones that I went a few extra minutes on. Looks good. Okay, yep. Very good. Oh. Ooh, the skin. Oh my God. Yeah. That is fantastic. Even better. Really, really good. Okay. I'm gonna cut. Okay, so throughout the whole week, I went to the gym, worked out, felt great working out. There was no crashing. I was very thirsty. I had to keep my electrolytes up, which is super, super important. The last time I did carnivore, I had massive headaches, and they were actually solved by salt, keeping my electrolytes up. There's a couple products on the market. Element is one of them. There's also a few other, I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not going to promote any of them. But there's products you buy off Amazon or CVS or whatever that will electrolyte drinks that help. I also got the ingredients, I create my own. But anyway, the whole point of this is if you are suffering from headaches, you probably need some more salt. I know it sounds crazy, right? Salt's supposed to be the enemy of all things healthy, but it's good and it gets rid of your headaches. It's amazing. So working out, I had plenty of energy. I felt great. I didn't go through the keto flu this time, or carnivore flu, whatever you want to call it. How did I do? Well, I'm going to try to stick the graph in, I don't know, wherever it's going to show up, but I am down 11.7 pounds. I started out at, I didn't write down the numbers, 285.4 or something like that. And in 1 week, I am down to 273.9, 273 point something. I'll stick a picture in somewhere along the way. But anyway, the total is 11.7 pounds. I know I should know these numbers better, right? Give me a break. I'm just starting out on this channel. But the week was great. Also, bonus, I didn't stop snoring completely, but if I sleep on my, not quite stomach, but almost on my stomach, I don't snore. And my fiance is so appreciative of that. When I was off carnivore, off keto, like whatever, just eating whatever I wanted, I snored no matter which way I sat, lay down, twisted, turned, whatever, snored terrible. I do have a CPAP, but I don't like it. It's terrible. And I keep telling my fiance, I'm like, if I start snoring, wake me up and make me put that thing on. And she feels terrible for doing that, but when I would do it, that would help. Now this, 1 week, and I am less than a week because it's been several days now where I haven't been snoring nearly as bad when I'm not in the right position. And I don't snore if I'm kind of angled on my stomach side-ish either way. So that's fantastic. So the week overall has been a massive success. And I am doing more and more research as I go through this. This looks to be like a fantastic diet, because the first few times I tried it, I was just kind of winging it, like whatever. But this time I'm really diving in. This is why I started the YouTube channel, because I want to know as much as possible, and I want to, hopefully motivate some other people to join me along the way. But so far it's great. And you don't need Ozempic. You don't need GLP-1. Your body makes it on its own. If you do this, Ozempic, listen, that stuff, I don't like the idea of taking injections. And I just watched a video on YouTube the other night with people complaining they had bone density issues and all sorts of side effects. It does something to your eyes, it's bad for your kidneys, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And then if you stop taking it, weight comes right back on, because all it does is suppress your appetite. So this diet, I would, if you're thinking about Ozempic or whatever, look at this diet. This is going to be much more gooder for you. Yes, I know that's not a real word, but it's going to be much more better for you. And it's all natural, whatever. So anyway, 11.7 pounds down, and I feel fantastic. Even my skin is cleared up. I suffer from a little bit of rosacea, and then if I eat like sweets and crap like that, I break out, especially chocolate. Chocolate makes my face break out, terrible. So my skin's better, everything just like feels better. So week 1, awesome, done. Excited about week 2. Week 2, I got some other stuff I want to show you about meal prep and whatever, so we'll get into that. But if you like this video, hit the like button thing. I am not gonna say smash the like button. I don't like that phrase. But if you want to gently tap it, doesn't cost you anything. I'd love it if you subscribe, but if you want to wait around and see if I'm worth subscribing, I understand. So anyway, I hope you come back next week, and we'll see how week 2 goes. Thank you all. Have a good one. Captain Dave out.